I'm Sophie from Mishmash, and I wanted to chat about how music is chock-a-block full of cool codes and signs. They've been kind of developed over the years, so that now if you hear something like this, you may well have a good sense of what kind of thing it means. And similarly, we've got really good at recognising when it's going to come to the end of a song or a piece, because we've got these special musical codes which we call cadences and sound like this. In some of our Mishmash shows, we've got music by composers who go a step further with the musical codes. They like using things called musical cryptograms. And this is where the notes, the musical notes, actually spell out letters and words. So for instance, if your name was Ada and you wanted to spell out the name Ada, A-D-A, musically, you'd use the notes A, D and A. And that would be your little musical code. And whenever that came, that would signal that it was your name. So two of the composers who've used this in their music are Bach and Shostakovich. Now, the problem is the musical alphabet only has the letters A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So what do you do if you want to spell out your name, but your name starts with an S, like mine? Well, there's a couple of different things that you can do. Bach and Shostakovich came up with a pretty complicated system of their own. I'll link to that in the show notes so that you can take a look. But the simpler one is just to write all of those letters of the alphabet on the top line of a piece of paper, and then underneath in a little grid to draw the rest of the alphabet, and that way each musical note will double up as a couple of letters of the alphabet. So if I wanted to make my name, for instance, Sophie, I would use these notes. Can you turn your name into musical notes and try to play it on a keyboard like I did? If you haven't got a keyboard at home, you can download an app that's one, and here is what each of the notes are on a piano. Maybe you could then try to turn your name into a little piece of music. Here, I've used my other hand, playing notes that are 2 notes apart with my thumb, my 3rd finger and my 5th finger, and then I've just moved my hand down the keyboard 1 note at a time. So that's how to use cryptograms to write music. Now you can be the next Bach or Shostakovich.
Another composer who loved codes so much she invented her own language was this fabulous nun, Hildegard von Bingen. She lived in Germany and was born in 1098, nearly 1,000 years ago. She was not only a composer, but also a writer, a philosopher, a scientist, and a visionary. Let's take a look at the language she invented, the lingua ignota.
Let's have a go at writing a message using the lingua ignota alphabet, whilst listening to one of Hildegard's lovely pieces of music. You can write your own message at home, and then you can see if you can manage to read my one. So there we have it. Loads of composers are into codes. But are you? Can you make up your own code or language? Or even better, write us a song or a piece with a hidden code in it? If so, we'd love to hear them.